Daniel is the CEO of Hartigruten, a Norwegian explorer cruise line that I just learned is operating all over the world and in the Arctic primarily. Can you speak more to that and your presence?
So we started operating in the Arctic already in 1893 and did our first expedition cruises in the Arctic in 1896. And since then we've expanded our operation in the Arctic and expanded our operation into Antarctica and also other places on the planet.
Okay. So I don't think I overheard in the session the Antarctic references as well, but it sounds like you have a big job on your plate and you're doing great things. I really appreciated your comments about the ways in which your company has led in sustainability, especially with products on board. Do you feel that there's a way in which your company and others like you that are leading the way in sustainability or environmental efforts on board to place a healthy amount of pressure on other operators in the Arctic to have maybe extra sensitivity to the region?
Absolutely, and I think the pressure in our company comes from the internal resources. It doesn't come from external sources. It's our people in the company who've seen the changes happening in front of their eyes in the Arctic, glaciers melting, animal life affected. So it's been an internal pressure towards us to be as sustainable as we possibly can. And our decision to remove all single-use plastic in the company, that comes from internal ideas. Our decision to put LNG, biogas, batteries on the ships comes from internal resources. So operating in these kind of waters, which is so pristine, so beautiful, like we've done for so many years, that gives us a real desire to operate as sustainable as possible, but also to put pressure on the rest of the industry.
That's great. I'm hopeful that all of the fellow Arctic tourism companies feel that internal pressure as you do as we move forward. I did also wonder when you referenced the future of battery power charging options in communities along routes. How do you see that looking for the future of Northwest Passage and Northern Sea routes, and what's the strategy to ensure that you can have those types of ships? And are you going to schedule them out day by day? Is it by mileage? I mean, that's just a fascinating concept.
So the first expedition ships that we're building now that will start to sail in May will be the first hybrid-powered cruise ship ever. So, but this battery pack will be recharged from the excessive energy in the engines and then taken back again to the engines when it actually needs it. Our second generation hybrid ships will be operating on the Norwegian coast, and they will have battery packs that can be charged in places along the Norwegian coast, and where we are working with the government to build up the charging infrastructure and also build up the shore power infrastructure so we can shut off the engines when we are in the ports. So this is a continuous development, and we already have the first shore power stations in Bergen. We want it to be extended to the rest of the coast, and we want this power down to the port to be extended to also be able to charge the batteries, because then you can operate completely without emissions for an extended period of time in the future.
So is there a way strategically now that you're perhaps working with Russia for transiting that route to ensure that that's an option in those communities or ports?
I wouldn't exclude that being an option in these communities in the future. We think that it's the places with the most traffic that should do it first, because then you get the most effect of it, and then you can take it to smaller places as we go. Svalbard, Longyearbyen, which is a major port for us, we have a dream to have clean energy down on the port and fuel over day trip ships with clean energy and operate them on batteries throughout the season and throughout the areas that they sail in.
Wow, it's really inspiring to hear that you all have these visions that are actually being marked by progress. So that's inspiring for the future of Arctic tourism, in my opinion. So one final question. After listening to your colleagues here on stage and having that healthy debate back and forth, what are your thoughts that you could take away that are new thoughts to your company, or just food for thought in general from your day here at Arctic Frontiers?
No, I think what I take out from this is that we share a passion for the Arctic, all of us. We also are very clear that we need to have a controlled growth in both the shipping and the tourism, and we need to have it with operators who have a keen eye on sustainability and safety. And I think that's something we all share, and that can be a common ground for the development of both shipping and tourism in the Arctic in the future.
Great, great. Well, thank you so much, Daniel, for your contributions to the panel and also to the conference.
Thank you.
Take care.